Hello YouTube, Ronan Kazi, Diablo 4. So, near the end of the campaign, I'm going to be fighting that dude right there. A little bit of a cutscene. And there we go. So, that's my basic build. I've vacillated on my resource generator between that and the other Storm 1, which is ranged. But what I found is my natural proclivity is to try to be more defensive. In reality, it's better when I'm more offensive. This procs vulnerability on people a lot more, and it does it in a group. I've zoomed in the gameplay so you kind of can get a better look of what's going on. You don't care about the sides of it. And really what I've told you before is really if I can get through the first minute where I settle into the fight, I usually have no problems. Especially with this build. So you just saw I didn't proc it. I pressed Blood Howl. That's my number 1 skill. And you see we're getting a countdown on the boss. So I have an idea at each of those breaks. I think I get a health pot drop. And then he's going to start doing a different phase. So it gives you a good clue of what phases are going on. I've been running in between whatever level I am now, 45. I've been running in between where maybe my wolves aren't as powerful or are, and moving my points around. And really what I found is the better my wolves are, the easier it is to play because they take some of the aggro. And here's me lighting people up with Hurricane, Lightning Storm, and Poison Creeper. And I'm kind of like a poison build. That's kind of what I went off on. In between like 40 and 45, I played Werebear for a while, which was okay. I did Werewolf and I just sucked. I died instantly, so I re-rolled it. So I spent, I think it's like $40,000. So I spent $120,000 just to prove to myself again I can't use that other stuff. But I kind of like the feel of the melee. The range one, I'm off the screen a lot, so I don't see. It's more protected. But I don't think I had the vulnerability on. I think it's easier to, they reward you for doing melee to get more vulnerability. So at this point, that's Roxy, my dog. Someone has come down from upstairs, and so Roxy has the idea that she needs to bark at him. Roxy! And she got a haircut, so she's nowhere near as intimidating as she was before. Hey, you're about to get squirted. So I was with someone the other night playing with them, and then, they were lower level than me, so part of it is, Roxy, here, you want squirt? You can get squirted. I don't know if they were having a hard time, but I know if you don't have something to take up the aggro, you're going to be face to face. And if you're a necro, you might do that with minions. With druid, you do it with the dogs a little bit. And if you think about the dogs, that's me flipping out. If you think about the dogs are basically another type of dot. You can actively have them go in on the boss. This guy has a slide move where he hits you, stuns you. And then he has a move where he does AoE damage. And this is what I was trying to tell someone, is that if you're melee only, it's tough because you got to really wait for the openings. And there's openings. It's just a little bit different. Normally when I'm about to die, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, comment. I will start setting up my Discord channel for those of you that would rather maybe comment there or prefer Discord, period. And so one of the commenters, Just a Gamer, said that the build's not going to be sustainable when I get into higher levels. So I'm really grinding to get to that higher difficulty level. And if you're starting out a new character, you should start on difficulty level 2. I can't imagine how easy the game is on 1. Because it's been easy. Once I got my build correct, it was really easy on 1. Excuse me, on 2. Oh, okay. I'll tell you where my build's not good. Twice now the Butcher has popped into my game. And, you know, there was one of those totems or pillars that give you a buff. And I took that and wore it out before I ran into the Butcher. I think I would have killed the Butcher if I would have had that buff. But I just don't do enough damage. He was also in a... I don't know if it was higher level. But anyways, he was like this guy, but moved faster. So I really just was running and never had a time to do anything. And I couldn't stand in and take his damage. I didn't show you all the other things. I'm still working on the tree, and I really don't want to give you anything. Here's my idea on builds. I'm going to give you the build that I'm going to use. There is a myriad of combinations that you could make a build. And I'm not going to make those builds and then tell you a new build each week that is something I don't play. So I'm trying to make a build that I can play in any content, and I'm not on a harder level of content. So I don't think it's fair to show you a build that is not kind of stood the test of time. If you follow me from the Division 2, they have 4 levels, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm playing on level 2, so maybe that's like hard. Next one will be challenging, and next one will be heroic. Let's say. So that's what I want to do. I want to at least give you the challenging content, so you can have a build that can sustain with that in that type of environment. And the other thing, you know, if the mechanics are slightly different, then I'll make that point too. But really the gameplay is the gameplay, but I don't know until I get up there. So that's what's happening next. So you see I'm going through here. I normally have to really take care in this part. This is the problem with that top health bar for him, because it's getting down low, right? He's got 20%. And I'm like, I should just take him out, but I'm nowhere close to taking him out yet. So I stand and fight a little bit. I got, I think, 3 health pots. If I get 5, then I get real ballsy. So he's about 12%, 15% there. I can't imagine not having really good AoE and a lot of this stuff. It's just single target killing things. Unless you maybe had thorns. And see, now I'm trying to go toe to toe, but I think the better of it. So this is Brol. He's going down. He's a cannibal. And I appreciate YouTube for taking a gander at these videos. I probably got a Division 2 come next. Look at me, I got a nice staff. Thanks again for watching. This is Ronan Kazi out. Have a good work week. Talk to you soon. Bye.